Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you can see here, I got like a little Black Series background scene set up. I did post a little TikTok video and I put it on Twitter. This is kind of my homemade hallway scene. I did the doors part way open. I should have did one that was closed because, but I thought if I shot it up against a green screen or something like that, I might be able to put some effects in there to make it look like it was actually bigger. Right now I got it set up with Darth Vader coming through with some stormtroopers. But anyways, this video is not about that. It's actually about ZEB from Rebels. And I'm just going to keep that background there because it's kind of big. It's a Black Series scale. So I haven't figured out if I'm going to put it somewhere or if I'm just going to take it apart and put it away. I had filmed a full review of ZEB and don't know what I did with the video. So this is kind of like my do-over on that. I'm just going to move my camera back a little bit. So this is kind of just a do-over of that video. Just going to go over the package. This is the new packaging with the artwork on the side. I have an old Black Series red box. The same height, basically the same width. The only difference is you can see there's another inch on the package. On the front, there is a little bit more length there, and then it got this little curve off with the image art. Okay, so anyways, this is a ZEB. He is a Lasat, and he was, before he joined the Starship Ghost, and he was captain of the Lasat Honor Guard, and he was trained to fight with a bow rifle. So this is the figure, and he comes with the bow rifle itself. And let's take that out of his hand. So this figure is articulable, right? He's got his arms. This little shoulder pad does not hinder his arm movement at all, which is kind of nice because it fits under. So he does have like a full 90-degree range on that. When you bend his arm, he's got a little bit more than 90. And his head does have some movement. So up, little, not that much down, but he does have this joint right here. And he's got his leg joints, which are pretty good. Give him the splits, give him the run. Double jointed knee, which gives him about that much. But he's also got this other joint in the lower leg, which also pivots, which is kind of a really cool feature, right? And I'm glad they kind of did that so that we could get him into some of the poses that he needs to be in. And of course, his foot also has some pivot and movement in it. So this is actually a really decent figure, and I was really happy to get it. I do like the size of the figure. If you compare it to, say, a Stormtrooper, he is much taller than your average Stormtrooper. So I think he's the correct height. So here's a little bit of history. I think everybody knows this by now. This character design was originally modeled after artwork by Ralph McQuarrie. And it was Ralph McQuarrie's artwork that inspired Chewbacca, the main character of the Star Wars films. So if you looked at Ralph McQuarrie's art and thought about this, he doesn't kind of look like ZEB does now. This is kind of like gone through some modifications as well, but the basis of the artwork that created Chewbacca in the beginning ended up creating ZEB. And I think that's pretty fantastic. So over everything else, the main reason I wanted to get this figure into my collection is because of the significance of the Lasats and this character specifically. Ralph McQuarrie's artwork inspired this figure. So this is one of the Ralph McQuarrie concept figures, and that is the Lasat, or this was the original Chewbacca in artwork form, turned into a figure. And I think that looks really cool. So if you think about how Star Wars came about in those early concept and drawing phases, this drawing became this figure, an integral character in the history of Star Wars. And I'm just, I just imagine what would Star Wars have been like, or what would Chewbacca's character have been if they had stuck more with this look. So I'm kind of glad that didn't, and they ended up modeling Chewbacca like that. But I'm glad they didn't let this art go to waste. Because if you look at this, this is actually pretty cool, right? To see original artwork in an action figure, this one, the Ralph McQuarrie inspired figure, versus what he ends up becoming in the main films, and later how they reuse that artwork to create a whole new species and a whole new character for the Star Wars Rebels. And this is really why I think if you are a Star Wars figure collector, you should have ZEB in your collection. His connection to the legacy or the history of Star Wars is much deeper than just his character on Star Wars Rebels. His character is inspired and designed by the original artwork that inspired Chewbacca. So the way I will display these figures are together with my original Ralph McQuarrie concept art figure, Chewbacca, and ZEB. So I hope you like that little bit of a review. I had a much longer one, like I said. I don't know what happened between cleaning up my computer and stuff like that. I deleted all the video I had shot. But that's kind of really what I wanted to get to in this review. This is a solid figure. I think it's really good. As figures go, this hits a lot of the right notes. But for me, the main reason why I wanted this figure again is because of the history behind these figures. And to put these on my shelf together remind me of everything that they went through to get a movie into the theaters in 1977, and how it's 2020 and we're still collecting those things today. Something to think about. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think. And don't forget, come back for more. Thanks for watching.